Good day, everyone. I am so excited for today's show. We have I can't even call him a guest. I can't call him a guest. It's Sekou. Sekou is going to join us today on Morning Sit with Red Melissa, and we are going to be talking about Hack Your Pain Now because we're about to do a book study with Sekou starting tomorrow. So join us and hear more about that. And we're going to get the show started now. Good day, good day, good day. Sekou Writes. How
Good
you
day,
doing?
good day, good day. I was finished talking to your husband.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, it's your show. It's your family show today. Your family doing one show after the next.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Husband and now wife.
yes,
Yes, I
yeah,
love it. I love it. I love it.
yeah.
So I'll have to catch the replay because I was at the gym getting my
Oh
strength
yeah,
training on, lifting
we
some weights.
you need to catch the replay. It was good. It was good.
I'm going to catch the replay for sure.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know what we're talking about, May is Stroke Awareness Month.
Yes. Stroke awareness month.
And my husband, Marco, had a stroke in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And Sekou had a stroke July 14th, his second one. And so, Sekou, you're spending time this month connecting with folks.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm trying to make it a good space to make it to create an impact. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You are for sure. Just showing up every day the way that you do, Sekou.
Yeah. Ashe. Because you know what? You know what? If I hadn't been doing this speech, if I hadn't been doing this show, my vocal cords would have shrunken, and it would have been harder for me to talk to people because I haven't been really talking to people out there in life. I talk to you, I talk to Pete King. That's about it. so the fact that I've had practice speaking every day has been helpful.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. And leading up to that, because leading up to the stroke, you were doing your show. I know you were talking regularly, but you also had your show before the stroke.
Yeah, before the stroke. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you've been seeing pieces of that
I mean, I
on Mondays.
yeah, I've been watching him. I've been like him. I refer to him as me as him. I've been watching him. Like he still feels so different than me. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm working with it. I'm working with
Yeah, yeah.
it. Yeah.
And it's funny now because when I see him now, he also seems like somebody else.
Right? I
Yes.
was like staring at him like, what are you doing? And the things he's doing now on Mondays when he's talking about all the running and the contestants and all these things. It's like it's so big. It's so big. And I was trying to do a run that's like this big. And I keep seeing myself talk about this big. And that's inspiring me to grow bigger. Go bigger.
Yes.
Go
But
home.
you know what, Sekou? They would start off small and then they would expand.
Yes. Yes. As long as you put your foot out there.
Yes.
Put your foot out there and just be open. Be open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful. I'm excited. And if folks don't know, starting tomorrow, we are having our special community cafe book study. Hack your pain now. Yes, throw those books up. Throw those books up. Yes.
Yes.
And Sekou is going to be with us on this journey. He is our first author to be with us on this journey. So let me just put that up so everyone knows what we're talking about. There is the flyer. You can join us tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time at rocklandcsl.org for the Zoom link. Will be on Zoom, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So have the book. It's your emergency survival guide in 10 easy commandments. And we're going to go through each of those commandments over these weeks. So, Sekou, I was going through your book last night, and I came upon, we're gonna go into this a little bit today. I came upon commandment number 9,
Okay.
which is called expand. And this is what we were just speaking about, right? You stick your little toe out to do something, and then it starts to grow, it starts to expand, it starts to increase. So if you don't know what we were referring to earlier, we were referring to Sekou's hero ministry that he was engaged in very deeply before he had the stroke. Supporting specifically the unhoused community and organizations that support them. And every time he would start something, it would start off with like one not-for-profit that he would support. And then that expanded into what? 7?
7. I was like, what? 7? What? That's incredible.
So all about the expansion. And so commandment number 9, which is expand, you refer to leaving me a long message.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing with you a story from Book of Awakenings.
Yes.
Right? And it was all about becoming a lake.
Yeah.
So I just want to share a little bit of that. And I would love to get your Sekou today's perspective about it. All right. So this is from Book of Awakenings, everybody. Mark Nepo. If you don't have this in your library, you really need to have it because it is a gem. So I'm just going to share the story.
Okay.
An aging Hindu master grew tired of his apprentice complaining, and so one morning sent him for some salt. When the apprentice returned, the master instructed the unhappy man to put a handful of salt in a glass of water and then to drink it. How does it taste? The master asked. Bitter, spit the apprentice. The master chuckled and then asked the young man to take the same handful of salt and put it in the lake. The two walked in silence to the nearby lake, and once the apprentice swirled his handful of salt in the water, the old man said, "Now drink from the lake." As the water dripped down the young man's chin, the master asked, "How does it taste?" "Fresh," remarked the apprentice. "Do you taste the salt?" asked the master. "No," said the young man. At this, the master sat beside his serious young man, who so reminded him of himself, and took his hands, offering, "The pain of life is pure salt, no more, no less. The amount of pain in life remains the same, exactly the same. But the amount of bitterness we taste depends on the container we put the pain in. So when you are in pain, the only thing you can do is to enlarge your sense of things. Stop being a glass, become a lake.
That's good. That's good. Now I'm going to read a little bit of
Yes,
chapter 9.
yes.
Commandment number 9. Commandment number 9, expand. One day during my pain period, I sent a long voice message to Reverend Melissa. I told her I'd been ruminating on something. If you drop a boulder into a puddle, I explained, it makes massive waves. But if you drop the same size boulder into the ocean, hardly anything happens. After leaving the message, I felt silly, but she responded before I could delete it. She agreed and referred me to a story that I now know very well. A wise man tells the student to put a bowl of salt into a glass of water and drink it. The student tries but says the water is too salty. Next, the wise man tells the student to put the same amount of salt into a lake and drink from it. The student says the lake water is refreshing and tasty. The lesson is that the amount of salt, i.e., challenging life experiences, we have to endure in life is beyond our control. But our ability to manage that salt is up to us. It depends entirely on our ability to expand ourselves. Ashe.
You are the container.
You are the container. That's right here. You are the container. You are the container.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. If your consciousness is only the size of a glass of water, any small amount of salt can ruin your day. Let me read that again. If your consciousness is only the size of a glass of water, any small amount of salt can ruin your day. If, however, you are able to expand your worldview and sense of awareness to be the size of a lake, then salty situations won't even faze you. I feel great that my random babble coincided with such a profound lesson. That said, it's simple to understand, but not easy to execute. Ashe.
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 So what does that mean to you now?
Oh, man. Now I think, you know what it's like? It's like the boulder okay, this is what it's like. It's like being a lake, being in a lake, right? Being in a lake, a seawater, but you're not realizing that you're in a lake. So my mind was in place. It moved from a cup to a lake, but my mind was not aware of that shift. My mind was not aware of that shift. It just quietly moved from one to the other, and it's been like this from the beginning. It's been slowly trying to creep in and trying to keep on pushing out, keep on pushing out, keep on pushing out. Because when I woke up in that hospital bed, nothing was there. You know, nothing was there in my mind. And I was thinking in space, is in a rector sense. Like, who thinks in a rector sense? I was thinking like building blocks. I was building them, you know, in sequence. And that empowered me to do everything, to go out and run a New York City marathon that I don't think, you know, if you ask me now to go run the marathon, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. That's a little ambitious. That's a little ambitious. But I've done it now. I've done it twice. Well, I must be able to do it. I must be able to do it because I've done it twice before. And so I think that's what it's like. Like, I'm trying to hold the space open of now, of my mind being transported from a small space to a bigger space.
Yeah. So so for you, when you woke up from the stroke, your mind was like an ocean. It was like expansive.
Yes. Yes.
And the more time that goes, let's say the older you get,
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Mm-hmm.
older you get, you're very aware that
Yes.
is that of the contraction.
Yes. Very aware. Because, for example, when I started running, now that's a whole other thing. How I started running. That's a whole other story. But once I started running, I would run into people because you're going to run and into them, right? You're going to run this way. Somebody
Mhm.
else step in front of you. Step this way. Someone else going to step in front of you. But when I was early off my stroke, those people didn't mean anything to me. I just like don't, and I was moving like they didn't have a second thought.
Yeah.
Not a second thought. Be moving, you know. But now I'm like, hey, buddy, in my head, hey,
Uh-huh.
buddy, didn't you see me running here? I feel it. I feel it. I was like, no, I've got to push back to put my mind back to where it was in the safe space.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so fascinating. It makes me think about babies.
Mm,
They say when babies are first born and they're in this place that we call Earth,
right.
from about birth until I don't know 3 or 4 or so, somewhere around in there, they are so in tune to other planes of other planes of dimensions, and the veil between this physical plane and the spiritual plane is very thin for them. And unfortunately, they don't have the articulation, at 1 and months old to articulate this experience that they are having
Right.
of these different realms.
Right.
But as a adult,
Yes.
you had those experiences
Yes.
again.
Yes. Yes. I did. I did. And it's fascinating to even think that way because I had to get to a space where I could facilitate that understanding that you just had.
Mm,
Because at first I'm just floating in this space. I'm building erector sets with my head. I'm building erector sets. And then it's like I've been telling people in my speeches that how old am I? I've been asking the audience how old
mhm,
am I? And I always say they give their various guesses. I said, no, I'm 2.5 years old. And they're like,
mhm,
what? And I'm like, I'm serious though. I'm serious though because I am coming up on age 3
mhm,
because my mind was reset, was
mhm,
refigured. And I tell you this, that things that my mind had accepted, my previous mind had accepted, are new again, are completely washed clean when it comes back again.
mhm.
Because like I'll be presented with something that I had figured out before, but it shows up and it's like, oh no, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's this
Mhm.
other thing that I'm figuring out. And, like for example, my father's nonprofit,
Mhm.
I was like focused on doing it on my own, right, without using his nonprofit. And
Mhm.
now that I've come to it, I'm like, what were you doing, Sekou? What were you doing? You had access to this nonprofit your whole life? Your whole it was set up before I was born. My whole life. And I'm like, okay. And it's just different things that I thought I had completely thought through that I hadn't thought through at all.
Yeah. So now given that level of awareness that you have specifically about um your father's nonprofit, which is called Roxbury
Action Program. The
Roxbury
Roxbury
Action Program.
Yes.
So, given this newness that you have, how are you going to engage with it now?
Funny you should ask. Because I just thought about. I was talking about doing my race. So for those of you that don't know, I was running. I was in my run streak, and I got up to day 409. 409. And that's the day that I fell. And I ended up in the hospital, hospitals, and there's a long story there. I've been intending to run a race on day 409, a race that gives back to people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And last year I did it, and who was in the race? Me. I gave it a little flyer here. I don't know what I was doing. I was like trying to hide from it and do a little bit. But this time, I brought it up to the nonprofit like last week, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll do this, and this, and then don't forget about this and this." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is happening! And how I could have been giving my energy to my father's nonprofit the whole time, you know.
So when you say this is happening, what specifically is happening? And let me just clarify for people who don't know. When Sekou says he fell on day 409 of running consecutively, what he's talking about is he had a stroke.
Yes.
He had a major stroke. Only 17% of the people survive.
Yes. 83% died before they leave the hospital. They don't even leave the hospital. The fact that I left the hospital.
Yes.
Is amazing.
Yes. Yeah. So what specifically are you doing?
So I'm doing this race. I am doing this race. And so this will be a race that's going to happen on or about July 14th, the day that you said that I had a stroke. And I'm going to give money to people. I'm going to do all the things. And this time, I'm not going to be like hiding in the corner, one flyer at a time. I'm going to step into it. It's like, yeah, this is it. This is what I'm doing with myself. And this is how I'm inspiring people to give more, because I've inspired so many people. And I've just had my head down, like, let me just get through it. But now I'm up, I'm looking around at people are applauding me and helping me be encouraged to do more. And I want to encourage more people to do more.
So Sekou, is this going to be I just got something. Be a hero for Roxbury Action Program. Is that what it is?
Roxbury Program. Yeah.
Be a hero for Roxbury Action Program. Yeah. I can see that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So you're a hero.
Yep. Be a hero. Yeah. Girl.
Be a hero for Roxbury Action Committee.
Yeah, Roxbury Action Program. Let's go. Yes.
Okay. So we got the win around July 14th.
Yes.
Where?
In Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going back to the place where I had the stroke. And I'm going to make it virtual so that people can participate in New York and people can participate in Boston. And I'm going to be in Nashville running.
All right. So I just looked on the calendar. July 14th is a Monday. So is it going to happen on a Monday?
No, it's going to happen on that's why I said on Saturday afterwards. So
the following Saturday.
Yeah, the following Saturday.
Okay. So July 19th.
Yeah, July 19th. Let's go.
All right. I love it.
After.
July 19th.
After. Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, because I'm going to the fifth thing. Sorry, I didn't mention that. But I had my stroke while I was giving a commencement address to Fisk University. And that's when it happened. That's when I started blinking really fast. And that's what happened. So I'm going to that event. And then after that event, I'm doing the race.
So the event is on the 19th?
No, the event is on the 14th. But I'm saying I want to give a little space to move to Saturday. Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Right? Yes. I love how it just all fits so perfectly.
And I was so nervous about bringing it up to the nonprofit. I was like, well, I got this race. I want to do that. I was like, yeah. As soon as I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They were on it. They were on it. Oh man.
So everyone, let's stay alert for more information about this race that is coming up in July, on July 19th, and
Yeah.
how we can all participate.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell my run walking group, we run Mount Vernon, about it.
Yes.
So because
Oh,
have sponsors, you need
sponsors,
sponsors. Yes.
everybody, everybody.
Yes.
Everybody, all the people I had last time, when I saw me talking about it, I was like, da, 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 da. I was talking so fast about all the things that I had accomplished. And I was like, I just got to put my foot out there. I just got to put my foot out there. And I put my foot out there now. Now we're going to do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. All right. So to wrap things up, let me repeat. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and every Wednesday thereafter for the month of May and June,
Yes.
we are doing a book study on Sekou's book, Hack Your Pain Now. You got a little taste of it today with him sharing commandment number 9, expand. And I shared the story that he refers to that's in the Book of Awakenings. So I love that. I love that we did that. So we got to remember to do that when we come to commandment 9 in the book study.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. You can participate. It's open to everyone. You can participate by going to rocklandcsl.org. All of the information is there to join us on Zoom tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can get the book, still get the book, y'all. Because tomorrow's going to be like an intro,
Yeah.
So you could get the book.
You get the audio, the Kindle version immediately, like that.
All right, get the Kindle version immediately. There's the paperback, and there's also an audiobook. So be ready. Be ready. And I am so excited. And this is a love offering to Sekou. So we also ask that you bless him and the work that he has done and the fact that he is going to be with us for these 10 weeks is also very, very awesome.
Yes.
So thank you, Sekou.
So much for having me.
Oh, always. And I will be on Sekou's show tomorrow.
Yes. Talk about money.
We're going to talk about money, 9:45 a.m., Get Rich 101. Right. So join us tomorrow for that.
Yes.
Go to Sekou Writes on Facebook, on YouTube to find Get Rich 101.
Yes.
All right. So let me get in. Well, I think that's all. We did a combination of the show and also some joy news already.
Yeah.
So that's all the joy news I want to share today. So y'all can stay focused on this.
That's right. Stay focused on this. Stay focused. So
let me just check in with folks. See. Oh, thank you, Fee, for sharing the joy news with your circle. Good day, Shay. Linda from the mountains of Colorado. Oh, yes, Fee. We are fortunate that we get to talk to Sekou Writes every day. Yes, we are.
Thank you,
and that was the thing. July 14th, I didn't talk to you. And I was like, what is going on? That's what started the whole thing for me. Wow. Like something is wrong. Something has happened. By the end of the day, and I hadn't heard from you, I was like, no, something is going on. So, and I know Fee had the same experience. So
meanwhile, I couldn't even articulate anything. Like it was gone. Everybody was gone. I forgot you. I forgot her. I forgot everything. Everything clean from my brain.
Can you imagine?
That was crazy.
Cannot imagine. But the way that you have shared your experience of it, like having a clean slate
Mhm.
and being so vulnerable and transparent about that whole experience.
The new Sekou, not the old
The
Sekou.
new Sekou.
Was transparent and vulnerable. I understand I was not very transparent or not very vulnerable at all. Oh
Well,
man.
I wouldn't say not at all. Not, I wouldn't say
Thank you. Thank you.
I wouldn't say that, but I understand that that's many people's experience of you.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. So we are happy for the old Sekou, and we are happy for the new Sekou.
New Sekou. New Sekou.
All right. So Fee is just letting you know this is what you need to do.
Yes.
Hack your pain now. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Who are you willing to become during your transformation and transition season? Yes. Thank you, Shay. And Linda wants to share strokes and the recovery from them walks the person down a new path. I worked as a nurse for several years in a brain injury recovery clinic. Oh, Linda, you would be a great person for Sekou to talk to during
Yes.
Stroke Awareness
Yes.
Month.
Please, please. I just
Linda,
talked
are
to
you open to that?
let me know. Let me know. We can do it.
Yeah, I see you doing just what you need to do, consistently moving forward with steady persistence. Yes,
Yes, please.
yes, yes.
Come on, Linda.
That would be awesome.
Great. That'd be great.
All right. All right, everybody. Thank you, Sekou.
Thank you.
Again, I will see you in the morning on your show. Everyone, thank you for tuning in for Morning Sip with Red Melissa. And our series this week is this. It is Hack Your Pain Now. That is our series this week. So tune in and join us tomorrow evening again, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Hack Your Pain Now book study. All right, everybody. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.